I hope that we can all move on from the fact that you guys let the Zionists win and pit us against each other, because this is not a Black versus Palestinian issue. This is not a us versus them issue. This is a collectively, all of our oppression is tied together, and it is at the hands of the United States government. That is where you all should be right now currently, but I fear that we have lost the plot a little bit.
Conversation of pro-Palestine versus Black Americans is still going on, and I think this is a conversation that will still continue to go on even after the election. This Black woman got a comment on her video telling her to remove the Palestine flag on her bio, and she made a video responding to that comment saying, if you guys want me to remove the Palestine flag on my bio, I will gladly do so. A Palestinian content creator saw a reply to that comment, and she made a video literally attacking this lady in a way, saying Black people are not turning their back to Palestine. She's saying she's not going to support Palestine again. She's saying she's going to withdraw her support. It went on and on to a point where it ended up them being on live and just coming at each other.
Hello.
Hello.
It's me, the angry Black woman. So what are we talking about?
I want to talk about the video that was made.
What, yours or mine?
We can talk about both.
Okay, so with yours, you opened up with saying, you said, and she said, I am never going to support Palestine again. Did I say those words? Please don't say anything else. Did I say those words?
Can I ask you a question?
No, you can't. I asked you a question.
If you don't want to say those words.
You don't want to answer my question. You want to ask me a question. Did I say those words? Did I say that?
I'm not gonna have this conversation with you.
You don't want to have the conversation because you're not woman enough to do it, but you were woman enough to make that video. You're turning to your friend because you need her to help you speak, don't you? You need her. Did she help you make that video yesterday?
No.
Did she help you? Oh, she didn't give you a stamp of approval? Maybe she would have let you know that you did it incorrectly. So did I say those words? Yes or no? It's a yes or no question.
I'm not going to speak to you if you're going to speak.
You don't have, no, I don't have to be respectful for you when you took me to your 2.1 million followers and then you're going to come on here and play a victim.
I'm not going to speak to you.
You don't have to. Okay. Well, you want to tone police me yet again after you did the wrong thing.
If you actually want to have a conversation.
Because you don't like being called out, right? It doesn't feel good when you're being called out.
Can you just
you relax. You relax. Don't tell me to relax.
People started stitching to her video saying it was so bad that she responded to this Black woman this way, knowing fully well that she had gotten a comment on her video telling her to remove the Palestine flag on her bio. This continued to go on, and Black people are getting a lot of things off of their chest about Palestine people who are suddenly becoming anti-Black and wanting them to pick them first over themselves. I have put together all of these clips, so without wasting much time, let's just get right into it.
You know what? At this point, I will happily take it out of my bio, because if that's really how y'all feel, as if Donald Trump gives a damn about Palestine, fine. I will take it out of my bio. I will never speak about it ever again. Trust me, I will never speak about it again.
Earlier today, I saw a video on my For You page of a woman of color responding to a comment from someone saying, if you're going to vote for Kamala Harris, take the Palestinian flag out of your bio, because the woman was supporting Palestine and had the Palestinian flag in her bio. And her response was, okay, I'm never going to support Palestine again. And I was reading the comments and it was like, there's other countries struggling in the world. Not everything's about Palestine. If you can't listen to Palestinians telling you that Kamala Harris funded and supported our genocide, therefore we are not voting for her, therefore we are not going to support her publicly. If you could hear us say that and your reaction is, well, I don't care about Palestine. I'm never going to talk about it again. I'm never going to support you guys again. You're a really bad person and you never actually cared about Palestine. People treat politics like it's just like a trend. Like it's really cute to be like, I love Biden, I hate Biden, I hate Kamala, I love Kamala, I love Palestine, I hate Palestine. Palestine isn't a trend because thousands of Palestinians are dying every day while you sit on your phone and decide whether or not you're going to support Palestine today. I am glad that girl took Palestine out of her bio because she was obviously never a Palestine supporter. And if You can be that easily convinced that the people in Palestine don't deserve your support because someone told you that you're wrong for voting for the person who funded their genocide, then you really never cared. And it's really horrible. You can have your opinions on Kamala. I'm not here to tell anyone who to vote for or who not to vote for. I'm also very much not a Trump supporter. I would never vote for Trump. I don't want him to win. He also hates Palestine. But if that's all it took for you to publicly revoke your support of the nation where babies are dying, where they have the highest number of amputated children in the world, you never cared in the first place, and you just saw us as a fun trend to do while you were waiting for the next big thing, that is Kamala Harris. You disgust me. And her response was, okay, I'm never going to support Palestine again.
Well, hello, it's the person of color that you saw on your page that you came over here to lie about, because I didn't say, okay, I'm never going to support them again. I said, I'm never going to say anything about it again. That's what I said, which doesn't mean I withdraw my support, which means that I'm not vocally going to be on here and be harassed by people when I say that I'm going to vote for Kamala Harris. I am going to vote for her. And if they're saying I can't vote for her and support Palestine by having the flag in my bio, that I would take it down. But I like how you want to take that over there to your 2.1 million people and just lie. But of course you didn't say who it was, but you're still a liar. You're a liar. And you want to know what's even more interesting? Is that wasn't originally in her caption. Originally, it said, in her tone in the video was insane. But now her updated caption says, please don't send her hate. This is a bigger issue than her video. Now you don't care about the harm that you could cause towards me because you know it's an easy video for people to find. And just because you put the disclaimer, don't send her hate, after you basically said that my tone was too much, tone policing me. But now her caption says something different. As if they aren't already on their way over here. As if they aren't in her comment section dogpiling on me and talking crap about me. But don't send any hate. She's full of crap. And I really can't even stand the disingenuousness. And then she said this is a bigger issue than her. Then why did you bring me up in it? Why did you bring me up in it? You needed a perfect example of why you're so upset with the Black community. And then to be able to say, Mamala, so that she could be able to come on here and be anti-Black as fuck. That's the only thing she wanted to do. But now she's trying to cover her tracks. I already got the screenshot from her basically tone policing me, talking about the tone in the video. Please don't tag that hussy on my account. I would really appreciate it if y'all didn't. She's already made a video about me. If she needed to see anything else, I'm pretty sure she could find it on her own. I don't give a damn about her face. And guess what? That's what we do. When somebody pisses us off, we get to talk about them. And if you don't like it, that's too bad. She should have left me alone, just like you should have. Why can't y'all just learn to leave people alone? Y'all think y'all get to come on TikTok and then bully them, gang up on them, and then get upset when they do it back. Oh, you like the comment where somebody was talking about her eyes? I would do it again. If I could like that comment again, I'd like it again right now.
Anyone that's been following me for a minute knows that I don't talk about allyship much, if at all. And it's not that I'm totally against allyship or if I have a problem with every other race. The fact of the matter is that it shouldn't be Black people's #1 priority, especially when the whole world is anti-Black. There's nowhere you can go in the world that isn't a Black majority country that they aren't anti-Black. Like, us pimping out our allyship has gotten so bad to the point that people think that they are owed our allyship even if they ain't never helped Black people a day in their fucking life. This shit is sick, bro. It's to the point that us giving away our allyship is just a lack of self-respect on our part, bro. We get nothing in return but a smack in the face, dog. This shit is fucking ridiculous. Nobody is saying that if you as a Black person are supporting other causes outside of the Black community, you should stop. No. Because that would be disingenuous. All I'm saying is we can't continue to pimp out our allyship when we got multiple problems on our plate that we have to deal with. That's like somebody getting a bonus check, right? And they got a credit card bill that they need to pay. And instead of paying on their credit card bill, they give their friend their bonus check money to pay on their credit card. So you gonna go further into debt while you watch your friend get out of debt? This shit don't make no sense. You can't help nobody if we can't help ourselves, bro. We don't have nothing to fucking help ourselves. We have to get that first. We don't even control our own narrative and resources, yet we want to help other people obtain theirs. The shit is getting ridiculous, bro. I understand that a lot of issues in the world are connected, but the one thing everybody else in the world can agree on is to be anti-black. Everybody else got their hands in our pot, but we the ones not eating, bro. The shit don't make no sense. We need to focus on self-sufficiency first and worry about allyship second, bro. We can't have true allyship if we don't have nothing to bring to the table. Only thing that we are bringing to the table is our time and manpower, bro. And we can't afford to keep giving that shit away, bro.
I will never be surprised when they decide to take the fucking mask off and show their anti-blackness. Every single culture on this planet has been subconsciously taught anti-blackness. Anti-blackness is global. And the sooner black people start recognizing that anti-blackness is global, it is taught to every single person, including your black ass. It will be so much easier to deal with when people start doing shit like this online. Maya not listening to a black woman. When have you ever on this social media, on any fucking platform, have you ever seen a non-black person actually listen to a black person and do what they said? They don't give a fuck about your opinion. They do care about your body and what your contributions can do for their cause. But when your cause come to the forefront, where the fuck are they? They're nowhere to be found. Because, wait, what class? Anti-blackness is global. It'll be a lot easier when black people start realizing that and start moving accordingly. The moment I start realizing that every single non-black person is capable of flipping the switch and going anti-black, the easier my life became. What Maya did not surprise me. Silencing and not listening to black women when black women are fucking right is not surprising to me. The world is going to continue to crumble when they don't listen to black women. But I can guarantee you, at the end of all of this, black women are going to be where? On top, as usual. So I don't even fucking care at this point. If they don't want to fucking listen to you black people, that is okay. We don't need everybody on the motherfucking ass spaceship with us. And spaceship is more metaphorical as in the liberation of all this shit. They don't need to come with us, okay?
TikTok has been a mess this week. And I'm not even going to talk about Maya's life because I wasn't there for the full thing. I want to talk about what's been happening with us in general, because what happened on that live is just the microcosm of the macrocosm. Before I even start, let me just make it very clear that I'm both Black and Palestinian. And by Black, I mean raised by an African father in West Africa and spent the rest of my adult years in Brooklyn before it got gentrified, and also in the DMV. With the exception of the 4 years that I spent in occupied Palestine, I have only lived in Black spaces, countries, or neighborhoods. The only reason I'm giving this ridiculous intro is because whenever I, as a biracial person, says something that a few Black people may not agree with, I get told that I'm not Black enough and I'm not American Black, and therefore I cannot speak on Black American issues. Meanwhile, these are the same people that will go ahead and defend Kamala's non-existent American Blackness, all because she went to a HBCU because she couldn't get into an Ivy League school, but I digress. I'm gonna start with Palestinians because everyone who isn't Black needs to learn how to deconstruct anti-Blackness within themselves. And that's before you can even think about talking about deconstructing systems. Start with that shit in yourself, because a lot of Arabs have that. Palestinians are a little different from the rest of Arabs because we have always stood in solidarity with Black liberation movements, but that does not mean that some of y'all still don't hold these weird beauty standards or anti-Black sentiments, because I've seen it myself, right? So if that's what you're doing on this app, please cut it out. You are doing no service to this movement whatsoever. With that said, I do not think that the predominant attitude I'm seeing from Palestinians towards Black people is anti-Black. I think it is frustration and very, very deep disappointment. And the reason why this frustration seems to be mostly focused on Black people right now, even though Black people aren't responsible for the system, is because Black people are the ones celebrating Kamala the most right now. The same person who has pledged unconditional loyalty, support, and allegiance to the people who are killing us. It is one thing to want to vote for Harris simply because you don't want Trump to win. As much as I can't rock with that, I can understand that. Okay, I can understand that. But it's a completely different thing when you start defending this woman as if you know her and attacking other people who are trying to tell you the truth about her and making you very aware that this doesn't change anything for Palestine. That is a completely different stance, and that's what makes this whole conversation problematic. If you don't want Trump to win, then just say that and leave it at that. Full stop. Do not start defending this woman. Because when you start defending this woman and also, bringing in her blackness as if that means anything, as if she's going to do anything for Black people, or as if there's a possibility to push her left, which I highly doubt, by the way. When you start doing things like that, you're insulting Palestinians. Not just the ones who are alive reading your comments, but the ones who have died. It's almost like we have learned nothing about the system and Democrats in the last 10 months. And please, please, for the love of God, do not bring Palestinians into this mess. Do not say you are voting for Kamala because you want to help Palestinians, because we all know that's not going to help us. We know this. We're just not sure how you don't know that and why you're using our cause to justify your reason to vote for her. It is insulting. We are witnessing the worst thing that has ever happened to our people under her administration. And you have the audacity. It's like, I feel like people just don't even think about what they post online and then get offended and shocked by the responses they get. And you can keep using this weird, illogical analogy that you're putting your oxygen mask on before helping others. But please remember that you're not the one watching your loved ones getting blown up to pieces and handed to you in a plastic bag. Let that sink in for a second, because I think we're normalizing what's happening in Gaza a little too much. Like, I don't think you guys really understand what danger is. And I don't care how much compassion and sympathy you feel for Palestinians, you will never know what it feels like. You will never understand the level of trauma we're all collectively going through. So please remember that when speaking to Palestinian people. That's all I ask. Please remember that. We're not always going to be perfect. Shit, we are not perfect. And anger can make people act in very funny ways. Shit, I've been acting out of character since October. Okay, I have not been normal since this genocide has started. It's taking everything within our willpower to stay calm and composed and rational and just here to keep educating people and keep raising awareness. It's taking everything out of us to do this. So when you're sitting here complaining about being tone policed for being Black, which really it's not about you being Black, it's about you supporting a war criminal, remember that you're also tone policing Palestinians for their reaction to how they perceive betrayal or disappointment. Just remember that. Lastly, being born in this body, in this Black and female body, I've had my full share of anti-Blackness and tone policing. But I think there's a difference between tone policing and being held accountable for shit that you say online, especially after publicly announcing that you're a part of a movement. And again, I'm not talking about the Maya Live. This is bigger than that live. This is what I'm seeing all over TikTok. And this is what a lot of you TikTok folks are not ready for, accountability. Because quiet as kept, a lot of you are here for yourselves. You just like hearing yourselves talk. And that's why I fell back from TikTok and stopped posting regularly, because I started seeing that this is like an ego battle for y'all. This is not a game to us. This is real life. Okay, and whether you like it or not, this movement is radical. Okay, anti-colonial movements are radical by nature. That's just how it works. I'm sorry. And that comes with strong principles that you have to adhere to. Otherwise, you just keep getting sucked back into the system. So people are going to call you out. People are going to do that. Me, as a Palestinian, as a Black person, I've posted comments and videos and had other Palestinians call me out on them, or other decolonization activists call me out on them and tell me, yo, sis, this is not a good take. This is not it. This is actually harmful and so way. Delete this shit. And as much as I wanted to be defensive, I had to sit back and listen, because that's what being part of a movement means. You listen to each other. And my question to people who are complaining about all this tone policing is, are you even listening to other Black people? What about the thousands, if not millions, of Black people who are not going to vote for Harris? Are you listening to them? Are you listening to Black activists? Are you listening to other Black scholars and intellectuals? Ismatul Gwendolyn, oh my goodness, if you have not checked out her work, please do. She is amazing at deconstructing white supremacy. Shauna, another one, I hope I'm saying her name right. Are you listening to Black women? Are you even reading and listening to Malcolm X, Angela Davis, Frantz Fanon? So before you accuse others of anti-Blackness or not listening to you, ask yourself if you're listening to Black voices, and important Black voices at that.
What do you guys think about what the whole said? The whole issue started when she responded to the Black lady who said she was going to take down the flag. For the first 5 minutes of the speech, that was the back and forth between these two before they went live. The Black woman never said she's never going to support Palestine again. And she went online and a lot of people just witnessed her lying, gaslighting, and trying to make the Black woman feel bad. And in the caption of her own video as well, she said that her tone was insane. Like, trying to pull the angry Black woman narrative on her, that as well pissed a lot of people off. At this point, what do they want Black Americans to do? I think that's the question that Black Americans are asking. Like, what do they want them to do? To put them first and not cater to their own issue first. How do you pour from an empty container? These are the questions that these people are having. She as well is saying she's not in support of Trump winning. She's not in support of people literally voting for Trump. And people are saying they want to vote for Kamala Harris. And then again, it is still a freaking problem. Like I said in the last video, the other creator that said the same thing and got dragged, these people are saying whether Trump is elected, whether Kamala Harris is elected, it's still not going to change anything for what is going on in Palestine right now. And it's not like they care that much or something is going to change for the people of Palestine. And I think this is where the people are coming from. Black people are more pissed at the fact that they are saying Black people are turning their back to them now because their election is coming and they are choosing to vote for Kamala Harris. Do you think Black people are turning their back at the Palestine movement? I would really like to hear what you guys think. This is almost the same conversation in my last video as well. You can as well go check that out. That is another creator literally saying people should stop using Palestine as a point to justify why they are voting for Kamala Harris. That went viral as well. And there are so many other creators online and for Black people who have openly said that they will be voting for Kamala Harris. This person said, the Democrats need to learn if they are not anti-apartheid, they will not win. So let them lose a round. That's the only way forward. Really? Another one said, not demanding Black women to sacrifice themselves and calling them fascist is very demure, very considerate, very mindful. I'm thinking this person is referencing what she was telling that Black woman. Another person said, the Black creator take, I think it was, if he was an American Palestinian candidate that was overly anti-Black, what would the convo be? Sorry to say, you all Americans don't know the issue of Black people in Middle East. They still own slaves to this day. Support who you want, but first do your research, because we know what Arab think really. So now people are saying that she's been anti-Black, and there was actually a video of her from years back that is now popping up on the internet. You guys know how the internet works, and this is the reason why we say the internet never forgets. There is a video of her now popping up of her saying that she's not white, she's Arab, like that she guess she can still say the N-word.
I'm light skinned, yeah, everybody be saying that now, I'm actually Arab. But like, I feel like I can still say the N-word.
Maya, is that you, girl?
Now that is as well going viral and confirming to a lot of people that she is actually anti-Black. Like, they want Black people to support them and, cry out and talk about them, but they don't want to support Black people. They are anti-Black, but they need so much from Black people. Let me hear what you guys think about this whole conversation. Let me hear what you think. If you have been following the conversation of Black Americans versus the pro-Palestine conversation, let me hear what you think in the comment section. I will see you guys in the next one.